My name is Addison Israelson. I'm an American rambler, history teacher, and musician. And this is my list of the top albums of 1965. The year 1965 was marked by America's commitment to the war in Vietnam, Malcolm X's assassination, and the passing of the Voting Rights Act. As things heated up globally, the music of the period began to reflect these changes. In 1965, Frank Sinatra is approaching the age of 50, and he releases one of the most enduring records of all time. On my list at number 5 is September of My Years, and it actually reached number 5 on the Billboard pop charts that year as well. September of My Years is the Sultan of Swoon's great melancholic reflection, and Gordon Jenkins does the arrangements. The album is lush, dignified, and representative of Sinatra passing the torch to the next generation of iconic artists. If Sinatra's September of My Years is representative of a generation stepping off stage, The Who's 1965 release exemplifies a new wave of icons. My Generation is one of the greatest debut albums in rock history. Released in December of 1965, it is as if they are foreshadowing the turbulent nature of the second half of the decade. In addition to its zeitgeist thematic elements, the album's rough rock and roll rebellion lays down the gauntlet for the largest generational gap in history. Though the album did not chart on the US charts, didn't hit the billboards, it comes in at number 4 on my list. Otis Blue kicks off with pure, uncompromising, soulful energy. The album is the epitome of the excellent music made at Stax Records in the mid-60s. Raw, passionate, and revealing, this is a monumentous classic full of Memphis flavor. This record launched the Madman's crossover success with the song I've Been Loving You, which reached number 21 on the Billboard charts. Otis Blue is an overarching achievement for the Big O, whose life was tragically cut short just 2 years later. Alright, coming in at number 2 on my list, we have the Beatles' Rubber Soul. Now, Rubber Soul is arguably one of the greatest albums of all time. The record presages the Love Generation, take a song like The Word, and introduces Eastern mysticism into the conscience of pop culture. An example of this would be Norwegian Wood. The lyrical narratives extend from boy-girl relationships to cryptic verses and themes. Think Nowhere Man. And this album is the grown-up Fab Four, seeking to further push sonic and societal boundaries. And number 1 on my list, the greatest album of 1965, Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited. Its rock and roll anarchism features songs like Tombstone Blues, Just Like Tom Thumb's Blues, Ballad of a Thin Man, and Rolling Stone magazine's pick for the greatest rock song of all time, Like a Rolling Stone. This album is a pinnacle of folk rock, and it opens lyrical doors. And what I mean by this is Dylan fractures conventional themes and length of a rock song. Take a song like Desolation Row, right? Listen to all 12 minutes of that. You won't regret it. We're stuck inside anyways. You're going to dig it. But listen to all those 12 minutes and hear his lyrical imagery. Highway 61 peaked at number 3 on the US charts, but it is arguably, and I would make this argument, the greatest rock album of all time. So, whether you agree with me or not, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll do a video highlighting what y'all think. Also, as always, feel free to subscribe, like the video. I'd love to hear from you. Be back again soon.
That's a wrap.